Over the last few months, a series of fatal airplane crashes in Brazil have been making headlines, most involving small planes, fueling public perceptions that the number of accidents is rising. The numbers show those perceptions are correct. According to official figures, there have already been 9 crashes with fatalities this year, all involving small private planes. This follows a record-breaking year in 2024 with 44 fatal crashes, the highest number since 2016. Only one recent case involved a large commercial flight, the Voe-Pass crash last August, which resulted in 62 fatalities. This pilot, with more than 40 years of flying experience and about 20 as an instructor, points out deficiencies in pilot training and continuing education. He cites the need for periodic practice in flight simulators, essential for handling emergencies, which is only mandatory for certain types of aircraft, mainly the larger ones.
Using a flight simulator every year is important. Both new aircraft owners and pilots need to be aware of the necessity of preparation. Anything beyond a year without training, and you start losing familiarity with handling emergencies.
Felipe Braga is currently training to become a pilot, aiming for a career in the private aviation, an industry that has grown since the end of the pandemic. The number of private planes in Brazil increased from 9,600 in 2022 to 10,500 last year. Experts say this growth is directly linked to the rise in accidents, as smaller private planes and their pilots are subject to fewer regulations than commercial airlines and their crews. The rising number of accidents involving smaller private airplanes isn't just about aircraft safety or pilot training. The operations at airfields where they fly are also under scrutiny. This former official from Brazil's National Civil Aviation Agency, ANAC, explains that the country has around 3,000 registered airfields, but only a few dozen are airports with air traffic control and ground operations. The vast majority are simple airstrips, often found in the countryside or along the coast. Many are privately owned and built with dirt, grass or gravel runways.
These airstrips naturally degrade over time, like everything else. There are inspections in place and the personnel are qualified, but given the sheer number of airfields, oversight may not be as constant as it should be.
As for Felipe, now on his 11th flight with an instructor and eager for his first solo, he says he committed to doing everything possible to ensure his safety and that of his future passengers.
I will always be improving and studying. Staying up to date with the aircraft I will operate and following safety regulations and procedures is essential.
Aviation advocates say statistics show that flying remains one of the safest modes of transportation. The stats also show more than half the recent accidents were due to human issues, like stress and fatigue. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.